What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're back with some more Madden 04 with the Houston Texans, and the season has come to an end, and we are not going to make it to the playoffs, but we did set some records. It's freaking phenomenal what we done did. It's freaking phenomenal that we even went 8-8, to be honest with you. This team was bad to begin with, but then we had to let go of some of our best players just to make sure that we can keep this franchise going, because we were in a situation where we might have to sell the team because we weren't even making enough money to even pay our players. So not a very good look. But David Carr close to 6,000 yards, 20 yards away. Then you got the most reception with Andre Johnson at $147, and then most receiving yards at 2,542. Absolutely filthy numbers. The best team in the AFC is the Dolphins, followed by the Chiefs, the Titans, the Patriots, the Ravens, and then the Broncos. We would finish at number 10 in the AFC. The NFC, the Eagles are the top team, followed by the Falcons, the Niners, the Packers, the Saints, and then the G-Men. There goes David Carr's numbers: 37 TDs, 21 interceptions. He's basically on top of every statistical category in the NFL. Travis Minor, less than 500 yards rushing. Not the greatest output, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to give him a year to get things right. Obviously, we did not run the ball that much, but it's because we weren't that good at running the football. So if we get better at it, we're probably going to run the ball a little bit more. It could probably help us win more games, because our goal this season is to make it to the postseason and try our very best to get that Lombardi, or at least win a division. Do something spectacular for a change, because as of right now, we have not had a winning record. When it comes to the league leaders, like I said, you could see Carr is right there. The QB rating that's right behind him was Drew Bledsoe. Yards right behind David Carr is, of course, Tom Brady. Peyton Manning's right behind him in touchdown passes. Fred Taylor is the number one rusher when it comes to yards and touchdowns, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. After our boy Andre Johnson got Jimmy Smith of the Jaguars at 109 catches. Touchdown, second to our boy is Santana Moss, another Miami Hurricane. And John Runyon is this a pancake master. IHOP, you fail me. Defense, Simmons, 143 tackles. That is a lot of tackles. Tackles for loss goes to Peter Boulware. Sacks also goes to Peter Boulware, followed by Carter and Howard at 14. Bailey, Mickens, and Allen with 9 interceptions. And one of the guys we had to let go, Aaron Glenn, he had 8 interceptions. It would have been nice to have him. David Carr is the MVP. Andre Johnson is your offensive player of the year. I mean, yes, 8-8. Doesn't matter you made the playoffs or not. He did things that no human being has ever done before. Dolman is your offensive rookie of the year. Wesley is your defensive rookie of the year. Best running back goes to Fred Taylor. Obviously, best receiver, best quarterback. We know who those guys are. John Runyon is your best offensive lineman. Bryant Young is your best defensive lineman. Peter Boulware is your best linebacker, followed by Will Allen at DB. I don't know how he beat out Champ, but he beat out Champ. Is what it is. Chris Brown is the best kicker, and Big Andy Reid is the best head coach. Titans over the Broncos. Giants, they go to San Francisco, beat the Niners. The Patriots, they beat the Ravens. And the Saints beat the Packers. In the divisional round, you're going to have the Patriots, they fall to the Dolphins. The Giants, they beat the Eagles. The Titans, they fall to the Chiefs. And then the Saints beat the Falcons. So 2 wildcard teams are going to be representing the NFC in the NFC Championship game. The Dolphins beat the Chiefs, and the Dolphins will be playing the Saints as the Saints beat the Giants 17-7. After not having a home game in the playoffs, they freaking have one in the NFC Championship game. And then the Saints do the thuggest of fizzles by beating the best team in the AFC 16-13 in the Super Bowl. So our assets in total $750,000. So we did what we had to do. Yeah, we had to cut those guys. We had to trade those guys. We had to get rid of those contracts, and it worked out for us. Yeah. Player salary is probably going to increase because I want to make it to the postseason, and we gave ourselves another year. I do not know how it works because I've never been in this situation as we're looking for a new head coach. But I've never been in a situation where you were, not making any money to making some money to not making any money again. Would that count against you? Because I think you can only have 3 years. At least 3 years in a row of being in the red or the black, whatever, in the red. It wouldn't be the black, but in the red or... Yeah, so again, I don't know how it works, but all I do know is that this year, we're A-okay, we're fine. So we did sign Monty Kiffin to be our head coach. Defense-oriented guy. We did have Don Capers, who's also a defensive type of guy, but our defense was so bad last year. He had a It was his last year of his contract, so I did not re-sign him. Obviously, I did not let him go either. I just didn't re-sign him. But Monty Kiffin, hopefully he can help us out there. So these are the guys that we're going to get rid of. Everybody is gone. We signed these guys just to save some money. And now Wong wants a new deal. He's going to get a 1-year deal. He wanted a 4-year deal, which is about $18 million, around $6 million per year. I'm going to give him a 1-year deal that's around $4 million. That's more team friendly. He's actually the worst linebacker on the roster who's a starter. So I'm like, that's not going to happen. So we get 4 first-round picks. 4 first-round picks. We can't mess this up. First pick is going to be Paris, cornerback, 6'1", 196. Ran a 4.2. Hopefully he's fast. Dexter, deep tackle, is going to be our second first-round pick. We had the number 1 pick and number 4 picks. We come back with pick number 12. We're going to go with the left tackle, hoping to move one of these guys, either our starting left tackle or Williams, to the right side. That's the idea. That's the goal. Going to pass up on these running backs. We could use a running back, but I'm not going to be going after running backs in this franchise like we do in other franchises, and we go after a corner. So we get 2 corners in the first round. We had no corners on the roster at all, so hey, it is what it is. First pick, 78 overall with 99 overall speed. Hopefully he can be an 80 overall by the time the season starts. D tackle is already 83 overall with 84 strength and 89 tackle. Left tackle, 71 overall. Not great. Pass block, though, is already up to 95. So I'm as of right now, I'm thinking about if I'm going to start him or not. AC Cash, he is 72 overall with 82 overall speed. He's at 6 foot plus, which I like. Langford, not the fastest linebacker, but he was projected to go in the first round. He was in the second round. Why not bring him in? And then another cornerback who's a little bit faster than the second guy we took at 5'11", 86 overall speed, 72 overall for his overall rating. We got another left tackle who's going to be a true backup left tackle right there. A backup free safety right here, 64 overall. And then pick number 15 in the 5th round, we do get a halfback, but he's only 56 overall, so it is what it is. Went to go get a fullback, see if he can't hit, and it's a miss at 45 overall. The second pick in the draft is a left tackle. He is going to go to the Cleveland Browns out of Oregon, already 74 overall. Receiver Elway, and I think this Elway is going to stay with the Colts, 83 overall, 84 catching, and 98 speed. And then the Detroit Lions, they get a receiver as well, 78 overall, 82 speed, not 82 catch, 98 speed. And then the Raiders, they get a slow receiver, which they don't draft. Unless like Tim Brown, who technically wasn't that slow, but, you know, he's not like a speed demon or anything like that. Mitchell was the first running back taken, 74 overall, 78 speed. So, again, really not missing too much when it comes to the running backs out there. There are some big names in free agency, like Curtis Martin, Steven Davis. We're not going to be in the market for those guys either, though, because, again, our pockets are a little bit tight. So we do get Charles Stackhouse. He's a fullback. We need a fullback. I'm not going out there with a 45 overall fullback. Not going to happen. Eddie Berlin, receiver. I think he can be a good slot guy. We did lose Lewis and Jonathan. Lewis retired, and I let Jonathan walk. He only was on a 1-year deal. McGinnis and Campman, those are going to be backups. Wright we brought back to play corner. House is going to be a corner for us as well. We brought in Page to play center, and then Walters. No, we brought in Lee to play center, We also brought in Walters to play receiver and punt returner and kick returner for us. And then T. Martin is going to be our 3rd-string quarterback. So this is the roster. Running back we'll definitely go into address at some point. But I just don't know how much resource we're going to put into that position, because this really is a pass-happy team. I would love to run the football. In every freaking franchise we've run the ball. But this is, kind of just survive. We have to survive, and right now, because we are in the orange. I'm going to just call it the orange, because in this game the color is orange. We are in the orange again because we signed all these players. We have to make a profit to pay these guys. So right now we are bleeding money with this roster as it is, and it's still not the greatest roster out there. You know what I mean? It's still not. So we will be putting Williams at right tackle. His run block isn't where I want it to be, but this guy's run block is phenomenal, and we really couldn't run the ball that well in general. So I'm going to just go all in with the passing game. We're probably not going to pass the ball as much as we did last year because that was out of necessity. I'm hoping that our rushing attack will be better, but I'm not going to hold my breath. And again, whatever it takes to win, we got to throw for 7,000 yards, and that's exactly what we're going to do. All right? So left and right end, we're going with our second-year guys. They had pretty good rookie seasons, going with our rookie D tackle, who is going to be next to Hill, who hopefully has a good season as well. Langford right now is going to be our starting middle linebacker, as you see right there. Foreman is 80 overall, but I hope with a good training camp in preseason, Langford can be up to close to 80 overall, and then we can start to develop him. I want to develop these young guys. David Carr entering his prime. Andre Johnson entering his prime. So I want these guys who are younger to start to develop. If you are an older guy and I don't see you getting any better, if you are who you are and I don't think that that's that good or that great, then we are going to look to move away from you, and that's just the way it is. So Walters will be one kick returner, and then when it comes to our second kick returner will be Eddie Berlin, and then our punt returner we're going to go with our first round pick in Rich Paris, who has 99 overall speed. Maybe he can be like prime time out there, bring back some kicks and do his thuggish of fizzles out there. Training camp now, Travis Minor. Again, I want him to be as good as I could possibly get him to be. I'm not holding my breath, but we have to be able to run the ball in certain situations because being too pass happy can lead to some mistakes. I'm only human. I'm going to make a bad read or two. The defense in these games are pretty good, especially on all Madden, which of course I play on. So got to make sure we can run the ball to keep teams guessing. And the play action passing game could work beautifully with the receiving core that we have. All right, so Paris, he is our prize possession. I want him to be a beast. He's not even the highest overall rookie, but with that speed and with his size, I think he could be an absolute shutdown corner, rocking number 9. And then when it comes to his overall, still 78, but we did upgrade that catching just a little bit. And then Dexter, I don't know who he is. Like 83 overall, I thought this drill was going to be just easy peasy, but it wasn't. It wasn't. He's strong as an ox, but his acceleration could use some work. And you're going to see that here as he is flexing on them. So we will focus on his acceleration. Only at 75 overall. Strength is 84. That's also not crazy, but hey, it is what it is. Andre Johnson did Andre Johnson type things. He's now 98 overall with 98 overall catching. David Carr, we're going to use this drill. In Madden 04, the 2 quarterback drills do the same thing. I'm so used to doing rebuilds with the Randy Moss rebuild, Aaron Rodgers rebuild in the later Maddens, 05 and beyond, that this drill right here that you're looking at in those newer games, I don't, you can't even call them newer games, but in those games that we do on the other channel, this would upgrade throw power. Right? It will upgrade throw power and maybe throw accuracy as well. But the other drill where you're doing pocket presence, that only upgrades awareness and accuracy in Madden 05 and beyond. Madden 05 and beyond. In this game, both upgrade throw power and throw accuracy. So it is what it is. We're going to do decent in this drill. The other drill I'm probably a little bit better in, but maybe not, as you're going to see in a second. But I was hoping to upgrade his throw power, and I just forgot that we could do that with the other drill as well. But we will mess around and have a good showing here. We're up to silver. I think you have to go perfect to get gold is what I'm guessing. So, and we really didn't do that. We got silver as we missed that throw right there. So we had 2 X's. You could probably get gold with 1 X on the board, but 2 X's on the board, it's not going to happen. So we do stick with silver, which is a good look. We will upgrade his throw power. So now he's going to go from 96 throw power to 98 throw power. And then we did the other drill with Reagan, and he is up to 88 throw power and 80 throw accuracy. Preseason comes and goes. We don't have too many guys who are hurt, which is a good look. And you're going to see that some guys got better. Andre Johnson now 99 overall. I'm loving it. Miller was going to be our starter, but yo, BJ is like, forget that. This is my job. He's 77 overall. I put Miller as a starter, even though last year he was the backup because he has better speed. But forget that, all right? We're moving on. Our right tackle, Williams, keeps the job. 73 overall now. Dropped him at 71. Now he's 73. And in this game, they have position battles, I believe. I think they do in Madden 04. I know in Madden 05 they do. I want to say Madden 04 they do. Maybe they don't. But all I do know is that he's keeping the job and he got better. Langford, 80 overall. That was our goal for him, and now he's that. So he's just as good as Foreman, and Foreman some games had 0 tackles, so he can't get any worse there. And then our corner, looking good as well. All right, so our rookies are coming through in the preseason training camp. They're looking fairly good. They're already progressing. It should be a fantastic season. First game will be versus the Jaguars and the Seahawks, Rams, Browns, Cardinals, 49ers, Ravens, Titans. Then we have a bye. Colts, Titans, Steelers, Patriots, Colts again, Bengals, Jaguars again, Broncos to end the year. Like I said, we're $62 million in the hole, but I'm confident this year that, hey, we know what we're doing. We have a better team. Fan support is almost all the way up. And last year, it started off in the middle. So So we should already bring in some more revenue. We're going to set advertising up so people know that we're back. Football is here, and the new season is ready to be upon us. All right, first game. We're going to be taking on the Jaguars at 84 overall. We're 82 overall. We're much better than last year. Hopefully we show it, and hopefully we put hands on this team. And this is one of our first wins of this franchise was versus this squad here. So, hey, it is what it is, at least last year. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that the rest of the day is the best of the day. Peace, love. Hot sauce.